Intro.
D-minus 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Drone Seekers are live.
We are alive. Hello.
That's usually Jackie's line, isn't it? Drone Seekers are live.
Live.
Yeah.
I did say that in the title. I did.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
listen.
Steve.
Yeah, we need to talk to our viewers here for a second. We're seeing somebody missing here.
Who is it?
I don't know. We were all just having a discussion before the show. We don't know what happened to Steve, but we're just going to go on anyway without him. And I don't know. Someday maybe Steve will watch this show and he'll go, "Well, they did all right." No.
I think he retired. He said 3 years and that's it. I'm never coming back.
Sure, that's right, because we just had the 3-year anniversary.
He's gone on the road. Joined a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
He's got his own rock and roll band. Yeah.
He does have his own rock and roll band. Hey, so since I've got the control panel here, I know it's kind of a scary thought, isn't it? Let's start off a little bit different than we normally do. I like going around the room and seeing what everybody's been up to. So, Jackie, I know you introduced a video this week. What have you been doing?
Well, earlier I was flying my drone with Terry at the train track, and then since then I've caught a cold, as you can possibly hear.
Yes.
And I've been cleaning holiday apartments. Whoa, rock and roll lifestyle.
Oh, you've been busy.
And she's been beating me at Wordle pretty much every day.
Yeah, we've been doing good at Wordle, haven't we, the pair of us?
But
yeah, I had a fly at the Kalispara train station with Terry and the others last week, so I put a video up.
That was such a good video, Jackie.
Excellent video. Yeah.
It was ace.
The tune helped.
It was another Jackie winner.
Yeah.
Home run. Home run, as we say in the Estados Unidos de America.
Gracias. What about you, Kev? What have you been doing this week?
Yeah, come on, Kev.
This weekend I've been fixing my car and working on some tickets for somebody who we know. Hope to have them ready for tomorrow. And charged the drone up, updated it. Some updates came in on the Mini 3 Pro. And tomorrow I'm hoping I'm going to get out for a fly. Depending on the weather, but there's going to be showers. But I think hopefully I'll catch a dry spot somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, we had some rain last night. God, did it rain?
Oh, we had a little bit.
Rain. Yeah.
Not enough.
I saw probably a fake news story about Murcia City with a picture of a massive cloud burst.
A really, really old picture. I've seen it on the internet.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's not current. They had some heavy rain yesterday in Mercia City.
But it wasn't that.
That ain't the picture from it. No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Mr. Hawes, what have you been doing?
Sure. I have been adapting my camper van.
To do what?
Fly like
to fly. No, we had that 4 days camping, and purposely we took everything with us. Right. And then when we came back, we offloaded. Didn't use that. Don't need that. Don't. And I've got it down to 4 boxes, which I've now put into the boot, if you like. I don't know what you call the boot, Marcus.
The trunk in the US.
Yeah.
Okay. The elephant nose, doesn't
he? The hood and the trunk.
Yeah. Oh, it's in the trunk, yeah. And then I built a shelf to go across it to carry lightweight stuff. So now we're fully contained. and the only thing we need to put in is the tent when we go for a long-term camping. But at the moment, we're going to use the awning and use that instead of taking the tent with us. We're going to test that out.
Cool.
So we're going down to La Manga for a couple of days, and we're going to get you down, Jackie, with your bike.
Yes.
And then we'll have a dinner on the beach again. And what have you done, Marcus?
Oh, this man has got some news.
Oh gosh!
Yeah.
I last week
He
I
told
just
me.
I spent a small fortune on drones. Yeah, probably about $4,500 on drone purchases last week. I've got the well thought of DJI Mavic 3 Pro on the way, although it probably won't ship until about mid-May or so.
And
that's kind of fortunate because it'll give me time to kind of get used to another drone that I'm adding to the fleet. I did order an Avata. Yeah.
Wow.
Another one's the Avata army.
Yep.
Well, like everybody else in the whole world has got the Avata now, and I felt like I was getting left behind.
You were.
Yeah.
Where's our guest? He's gone.
Well, we got a guest. We do have a guest today. Yeah.
He's got an Avata too.
And
he's only got an Avata 1.
He's a pilot too. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this intro right. So yeah, let me get it going here.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Yay! Oh,
that makes me feel real special.
You are.
Now we're all mixed up.
You are to us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think, Captain Joe belongs in the middle, the special.
Yeah.
I'll point to you then.
I'm on the top row.
You're on the top flight.
Yeah.
So how do you find your Avata then, Joe?
It's interesting. It's a whole new learning curve, but I'm kind of shocked. Like I said, I flew this morning, and I was very impressed in the flight.
Yeah,
it was not as hard as I thought it would be today.
It's not. It's good, isn't it? It's instantly flyable.
I know of at least. I just was going to say I know of at least 2 Avata flyers in Louisiana now.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping I can get my Mini 3 used through the goggles.
Is that one of the ones that's compatible with the goggles?
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah. So
that'll be a bit special.
That's my next thing. Yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow.
That's what the latest update brought. I think the ability to do that.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
With that and the Mavic 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has anybody tried it yet?
Well, I've seen a few videos on YouTube, but nobody that I know yet. But I can tell you this, the Mavic 3, I think it'd be kind of a natural for it because of the 360-degree obstacle avoidance. And as Joe will tell you, it's remarkable on the Mavic 3. The obstacle avoidance is
absolutely
amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I think it can keep you out of trouble and it might be fun to fly with that motion controller too. Hey, but more importantly, I want to give Joe a chance here to tell us his story. Joe, can you told me earlier that you've only been flying drones for about 10 months now or so. Can you kind of just give us the quick and dirty on your background in photography and how you got into drones and just whatever you want to tell us?
Okay. When I was a kid, I always wanted a camera, and finally, when I joined the Marine Corps, and I was in Okinawa, Japan, I broke down and bought one. That was back in 1976. Started to just do photography on my own, just try to learn everything I could. And I found out in 1981 how bad I was when I had to take a course to use the labs to do the processing. From that point on, I put everything I could into the photography side. I actually had 3 different modeling agencies in Hawaii that I shot pictures for, doing headshots. And that's where I learned how to shoot people. Then I got involved with some press work, and I've been doing press work since 1989. And it's wonderful. It's always something to fall back on if you have to. And I told that to my kids. There's always something, if you know it, you can make money with it. And like I said, since 2016, I think I've shot almost 750,000 pictures.
Goodness me.
Wow.
And most of it right now is high school sports, some events. Got a couple of people asking me about weddings right now. I'm trying to think about.
Well, that'd be good with a drone, though, Joe.
I don't know if I want to do it with a drone. 10 months ago, I decided to buy my first drone, and that was when they had the Mavic 2 on sale. And when I got it in, I started looking at all the rules. And because of the fact that I was a professional photographer and that little fine line of intent, I went ahead and got my Part 107. I didn't even fly the drone until I got my Part 107.
Oh, wow.
I waited a month and a half. And when I put the drone up the first time and saw what things looked like, I said, oh, what was I waiting on?
Addicted.
It's a whole different perspective. There's no question about it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. And now you've got an Avata.
Yeah, that was a spur of the moment. I got it basically because of the fact that the goggles would be capable to work with the Mavic 3 and the Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, I don't know if I even want to use them with that. I'm happy with the Avata.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that it sounds like a lot of fun. Hey, one thing that I just realized I just neglected. I haven't called out some of the people in the chat here, and if I miss you, I'm sorry. But I know that's one thing that Steve is keen on doing every week. I see Ron Brown is in the chat. Hey, Ron.
Just going.
Hi, Ron. Yeah. Sweet Caroline is in the chat.
Oh, yes. Building a fast aeroplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fact. That's
And
fact.
65 batteries on charge. Wow.
65.
Yeah.
I see John Flynn, Flying
Oh,
Pig Media.
6S. Sorry. My bad. 6S batteries. Not 65.
We got Johnny Drone Flyer, JSK Enterprises, Jim Thorley, Backpack Jack. That's an interesting name. Yeah. Did I already call out Brian, Borders Drone Seekers? I can't remember.
No, you didn't.
Not yet.
Yeah.
No, Brian.
There's
Brian
Steve
there.
Knowles. Mickey Moo is in the house. We got Barkley. Barkley's here. 107 drones. I'll be darned. Yeah. Yellow Rose Drones is here.
It's Lee, yeah.
Yeah, Lee. Lambo drives Zambo FPV. Yorkshire Drone Seekers. Hey, Harvey's here. You believe that? Jackie Harvey's here. Yeah.
It's Harvey. Is he naked like he was the other day?
I don't want. That's just a mental picture I didn't need, Terry.
You wanted to see the real one.
In fact,
God.
when he posted that video, I thought, oh, Mark, oh, no. Lovely bum.
Yeah.
We're going to have to show it now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's got to be shown.
No, absolutely not. You know, Jackie, we've got guests in the house here. Come on.
All right, we won't show it then. We won't scare you.
Yeah.
I'm wondering now what I got into.
Yeah, that's a fact. Let me tell you, Joe, with this crew, I'm just telling you. So one of the things I know about you, Joe, is that you're not really that fond of flying alone, and you like to fly with other people. And I know there's one individual in particular that you fly with quite a bit. I wonder what he would have to say about you.
Oh, look out.
Johnny.
Captain Joe, Marcus, thank you.
Johnny.
How y'all doing?
Well, what we want to know, so we were just having a conversation, Johnny. We want to know what the real Joe is like. And we figured you'd be the guy to tell us.
Man, you know, we've been flying, I guess, 4 or 5 months now. And Joe, you know, it's funny because I think we flew at the Lighthouse was the very first time we flew. And, you know, Joe, you know, I kind of put the drone up and went right on out there. And Joe like turned around and said, man, you know, you just shot out there, you know. But now, hey, Joe leaves me behind. He can just rip and he has fun. And I'll tell you what, we have a blast. We fly probably once a week, you know, and it's, you know, we flew last Tuesday, was it, Joe? Or Thursday, I think it was.
Thursday.
Yeah, I think we're going to actually fly tomorrow. But yeah, Joe is a great photographer. Of course, those, you know, I think some of the best drone guys or camera guys, of course, they were photographers. And you know, he's got a great eyesight and he does puts a lot of videos, but it's a pleasure flying with Joe there. Really have a good time.
Cool.
I appreciate that, Johnny.
Hey, and he can teach me how to edit, Marcus. So, you know, I'm, you know, hey.
Well, Johnny, I hope this isn't insulting, but yeah, you could use an editing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hey,
no, I'm just kidding.
Hey, look, you can tell me I'm wrong. That's okay. Listen, I won't get mad. No, hey, but you know what? It's fun, and it is fun flying. I know, Marcus, you fly a lot. I say by yourself out there a lot, but I know sometimes you'll fly, you know, with somebody. But I tell you what, it's fun flying with people. You know, a lot of times we just end up probably doing a lot more talking than we do flying, but we do fly, we have fun, and that's what it's about. That's what the community is about. And you guys, you know, y'all know that. Jackie, I see y'all flying. Terry, I see y'all, and Steve, and y'all always getting together and flying. Yeah. The Avata, you know, let me tell you a little. I think I called Joe. I don't know. I got mine maybe Wednesday. Yeah, I did. And I called Joe, and he had already ordered. So, you know, I kind of like, well, I don't want to say what I said exactly. I said, Joe, we kind of effed up. He goes, what do you mean? I said, we waited too long to order this drone. It is a lot of fun.
Yep.
So, Johnny, so kind of tell the story of what we saw in Florida. What got you and Ron and even myself a little more interested in the Avata?
Well, you know, I think it was the ease of flying, and it took a lot of the learning curve out of it. And I think, you know, for me, my son-in-law built a drone, FPV drone, and, you know, seeing him charge the batteries and go through beta flight and all of that kind of stuff. I know we always talk about it, Marcus. I think when you know, when I decide to fly, hey, I want to be up in the air in a matter of minutes. And with the Avata and that DJI, the POS, as they call it, I mean, you can do both of it and get them up right in the air. And I think, you know, you don't have to worry about, you still got to charge the goggles. You still got to charge the drone and, you know, the controller. But hey, you know what? When you go to start it and fly it, you're going to be flying and having fun. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yep.
And that's what we saw in Florida. I think was one of the biggest things is everybody that we saw flying the Avata was having so much fun. So I think the timing was good to have Captain Joe on the show. New Avata pilot, and
Jackie,
so,
you got Jackie, you have the Avata, right? Yes.
Yep, got it 6 months ago now. Love it. Absolutely love
that's
it.
what, you know, and I could tell, you know, be honest with you, I have put the Mini 3 Pro up with it, and, you know, Marcus and I were talking yesterday, or I think the day before, and I don't really know.
No, I'm back.
I don't know if you need to fly it with the goggles, but, you know, hey, the Avata is so sharp, and those goggles are so clear that it's an unbelievable experience in flying it.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
I love the way though you can turn on a dime, if you like. Or you can just
so responsive, isn't it?
Oh, it's so good. Like when Jackie and Harvey, they were flying in and out of buildings. I went across a field and was flying in and out of weeds at about a meter off the ground.
Yeah.
It was great fun.
Yeah.
It really was, because I knew if I hit one of them, it wouldn't do any damage. And it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Terry, I've found if you hit buildings, it doesn't do any damage.
I don't want to try.
They built like little tanks.
As long as we don't hit the water, that'll be the thing, Joe.
Water,
Yeah,
water is
I'm
key.
betting they don't swim.
Well, that's why. Who ordered Care Refresh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's necessary.
Man, not to.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to, haven't you?
Yeah.
Hey, Terry. So Joe was telling me right before the show about his flight with the Avata and flying it close to the ground. Joe, can you kind of maybe just repeat what you told me about that flight? That was fascinating to me.
Well, I said after my first flight, I noticed I was a little tentative with it. So the second flight, when I got out today, when I got out, I said, you know what? I've just got to open this thing up because I know it should fly better if I let it fly. So I sent it. I let it go, and then I was playing with the goggles and watching that little spot, and I got down to about 11 inches, 12 inches off. It was right at a foot off the ground. It was right over cement now, and went back over grass. And I tell you what, my heart skipped a beat. I was that low. It was so fast. And then when I made the turn around, I actually have it ripping by my head. And I was clear about it. Sounded like a bullet going by.
Yeah.
You know, and then I went around an oak tree, and when I looked up, I had nothing but branches, and went right through the branches.
Oh, it's good fun.
It was fine.
Yeah,
it did fine.
I flew it along the railway track. We flew it along a railway track, and I suppose I was at about 12, 14 inches above it. The dust was flying, but I had it on sport mode. And of course, you get 300 meters away and then whip it round and think, yeah, I'll do all of that again. Return to home. It lasted about 3 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think the biggest flight I got today was 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's cool. That's fun. 12 minutes though.
That's about what I get out of mine.
And that was the flight that it came out from behind a tree, and all of a sudden just stopped and said, "Returning home."
So Jackie, do you fly with the motion controller or the stick?
Yeah,
you do
motion controller.
Hey, here's what I'm getting out of this conversation, though, Jackie. I can't believe that Johnny hasn't been watching your videos. I'm going to send him a link to your channel. Yeah, no, Johnny, I'm serious. You have to see.
Oh, and I play her video. I play I play a video of hers on the show pretty regular. Absolutely, I watch.
Yeah, you did. You played one a while back. However, Johnny, this week I did release a really special one. We went to a really cool location.
It was the best, Johnny.
I hope you'll watch it.
I'll show a little bit of it Wednesday night if I can.
Hey, we put him on the spot. He has to watch it, Jackie.
That's blackmail.
That's all right. I'm used to it with Marcus. That's okay.
Let me tell you, Johnny and I give each other we shove them pretty deep. I will.
Hey Terry, who else would have a friend that rides around in an ugly blue car? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I asked him to buy me a red truck, but he wouldn't. He said it's got to be blue.
Well, let me tell
you. Blue.
Let me tell you a little story about that blue car. Friday, first race of the season, and the Valley Corvettes race team kicked some tail and took some names. We did quite well. I got a couple rounds deep with the Corvette. Had a couple of really good wins, and so did my teammates. We are in a commanding lead in the first race of the season, so it's a lot of fun. Anyway, enough of that. That's not what we're here for. We're here for drones, but I had a good time with that Corvette.
Yeah. Someone's whinging that are now saying it's International Drone Seekers FPV meet.
Yeah, there we go.
FPVs are drones as well.
I know FPV. I'm still a droney.
It's going to be FPV Nation instead of Drone Nation here pretty soon.
Well, yeah, Ron has been putting out Avata how-to videos now.
Yeah. See.
Yeah,
everybody loves it. Yeah. Anyway, talking of videos.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going, Jackie. Hey, Joe. So the first one, Steve lined up a bunch of your videos here, and we'll play a few of them. But I'm hoping maybe you can give us a little bit of introduction. The first one is waiting for Amtrak 59. Can you tell us a little bit about that one before I hit the play button?
Well, that's another thing I wanted to do was be able to fly some trains And out by Manchac, there's a train bridge out there. And I finally got the Amtrak schedule. So I went and sat there and waited, and the bridge was up, and then it started to go down. And I got the Mavic 3 out. And that's when I realized that I really want to start getting some train video because it really looks nice. And I flew that Mavic 3 backwards with that train and made a flip around with it and said, hey, I could do FPV.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's
see
just start. Let's
Have a
just
look at
start
the
that
train
video
video.
right now.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice work, Joe. I like your intro and your outro You know, the way you get that looks really good. The way you got that set up, and you can always tell somebody like you can tell Joe has a photographer's eye, right? The way he sets up those shots and everything. You know?
Yeah.
Waiting perfectly for that train to come along, weren't you?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
Well, I sat there for about 2 or 3 minutes.
And he was
Sorry,
shooting that from
when
the
he did come
ballroom
along.
across the bayou there.
It was great control on that drone as the train was coming towards you,
yeah.
and then you flipped it round seamlessly to
That
follow
was
the
good.
train.
That's it,
Yeah.
then twist
Very
it.
good. Yeah.
It was seamless, but if you look really close, I was about 20 feet from the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
It looked pretty damn good to me.
Yeah,
Good
that's
job,
what I'm
Joe.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Great job.
Yeah, that's well, the Mavic 3 is also people that have never flown it, just don't know how it's so precise. So those kind of shots that Joe was doing there with the Mavic 3, I'm not going to say it makes it easy, but it makes it easier. That's for sure. It's so easy to place that drone exactly where you want it. And the controls are so smooth. And I think part of it, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, part of it is also the FPV feed that you get back from the Mavic 3. You get an HD FPV feed back to you. So you're seeing everything better too.
Right, and I'm using the RC Pro, so that makes it even better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the same RC Pro that Johnny keeps trying to steal from you.
Yeah. I tried to
You gotta
swap
keep
it a
it
couple times. He's pretty attentive to his stuff, though. You can't get nothing from
I lock my car.
him.
So here's the thing, Joe. If you ever walk up to your car and you see like the V-copter or something sitting in the back seat, make sure you look for that RC Pro because it's probably Johnny thinking he traded you or something.
He keeps trying to sell me that V-copter.
Yeah.
What's that like, Johnny?
What's that?
What's the V-copter like?
Man, Terry, it's just a fun drone to fly as far as the camera, nothing special at all. But it flies fun and it's just fun to fly. And I'll tell you what, I brought it to South Florida and I had it up the Friday. It was probably 35-mile-an-hour winds, and that thing was just cutting through the wind, and it really does fly good. It's like I say, it's just a fun. I mean, you don't have to record that much and really fool with it, but the no zoom capability, but it's just fun, and it's a unique drone. I think Marcus flew it a little bit, didn't you, Marcus?
Mr. Johnny handed me the controls to that drone, and it was very intuitive. It felt like flying any other drone, really. It's just weird when you look at it hanging there in the air, and it's just hanging by two props, and it's got a little bit of
I think if you're going to brake hard, it'll go. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Well, it does a little bit. It does, Jackie, but the gimbal, you never see it on the video because the gimbal, takes care of that. But.
Yeah, it's just fun. I mean, it's kind of a unique, and I guess it is. We're so used to looking at the drones, but that one is very. It's just fun to fly. That's all I can say about it. It's nothing probably special. The camera is a little old now. Of course, Marcus has seen that drone in the cage at what 2020?
2020 at CES, I saw it. And
it took about, I don't know, almost 18 months to get it out. And people that had put that deposit down for, I think it was $6.99. I think Brian Singleton might be the only person that actually hung
in there. Yeah.
Wow.
He hung in there the whole time.
Man, actually
They've never brought out another drone with that design, though, have they? That's the only one.
Well, they do have. What's the V100? What do they call that little toy drone like that?
Yeah, there's a little toy drone out there. I don't remember. It's more excuse for a.
But yeah, I think mine's actually. I bought mine from Dustin Dunnell, and he, of course, opened it, did a long range test, and then he was moving from Hawaii to the States, and I texted Dustin, and he said he would sell it, and so it's been a fun drone. I enjoy it, though. I really do.
Cool.
I think it's worth an even trade for that RC Pro. I mean,
here we go.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta hop off though. I kind of left the baseball game up, but I gotta go. But I appreciate you having me on. Look, Captain Joe, I'm glad that you're on and getting the word out. Joe's got a great channel. He puts out a lot of videos, and y'all get out there and support him. And the Drone Seekers, I want to thank y'all. And Marcus, I'll talk to you during the week. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow, probably.
Okay. Hey, thanks for dropping in, Johnny.
See you,
All right,
Johnny.
thanks.
Cheers, Johnny. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Boom. Johnny Drone Flyer is out of here. Just like that.
That was a nice surprise.
He well, shoot, I'll let Joe tell you. Johnny is just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. That's about all I can say about that. He is what you see is what you get. He is a genuine, just really good, give you the shirt off his back, good human being. How did you guys even meet up, Joe?
I'm trying to think. I think it was on Tammy's show. Tammy mentioned the fact that both of us lived near each other. And Johnny contacted me and I said, sure, we'll fly. And like I said, I was just brand new at it. I went out with him to the lighthouse. He didn't even know the lighthouse existed there. And we got out there. He put his drone up, shot it out real quick. And I'm sitting around and I didn't even know I could put my drone up at the same time. I thought it would interfere with each other. And he said, no, they'll work. And then I got up and I was so nervous going over water with that drone for the first time. That was a Mini 3 Pro. And went out, made a couple of orbits, did a couple of things. I actually think I shot master shots just to let it do. That was what I was learning. And it right there got me hooked. And I said, you know what? I could do this. I just have to do it, go out and do it.
Hey, so Joe, you just mentioned something there, and you're a professional, so I'll be interested in your opinion of this. So you talked about master shots, and then there's those quick shot modes on DJI drones. Do you see, as a professional, do you see value in those features?
If you're lazy. I do see the value in it because you can get a shot. You can do like a master shot or a quick shot and get an orbit or a helix. The helix is the one I think is the biggest value because that's hard to fly.
Right.
And if it's when you get the stick time in, you'll learn these things. Now, the one I wish they would do is the dolly zoom.
Yeah, why hasn't DJI given us a dolly zoom, an automated dolly zoom? They had it on. So Joe, just for your information, on the Mavic 2 Zoom,
yes,
they have that feature on there, and of course,
I remember Terry using that.
Yeah,
I
Terry,
used
wasn't
that
that
a
fun,
lot.
Terry?
Yes,
Yeah,
it did, and it was excellent.
Yeah,
I did.
For that reason alone, I almost wish I still had my Mavic 2. Really.
Yeah, I did with the Mavic 3. I did a dolly zoom at the lighthouse, and I noticed there was a building in the back we didn't even know about because they showed me the building.
Yeah. So you did it manually, Joe, with backing up the drone and zooming with the scroll wheel. That's tough, man. That takes some coordination.
I almost dropped the controller.
You've not got a lanyard.
I didn't at the time.
He does now.
You learn from experience.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Hey, Joe, I've got another video here. It's called Just Boats. You want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Well, that was a funny one. I went out and I had nothing to do. I think I can't remember if that was I got to look and see what drone it was. But I was just at the Chifunka River one day and there were a lot of boats. I said, I'm going to go out and just circle some boats and take some pictures.
Well, let's take a look at that right now. Hey, hold it for a second.
Love
Stop the
folks.
presses. Stop the presses, everybody. I got a special emergency message that just came in, and you guys need to know about it right now.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, Steve.
Over.
Not my normal place tonight. It's in Northampton. Mike and the Mechanics just been on, and they're going to come back on a little while. But I hope you have a good show. And
Brilliant.
I don't know if you can hear me, but it's a bit loud, a bit hot here. I'll give you a quick tour. Hang on. Wait a minute. You can see the stage.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
All right, we'll let you off for not being here. I guess it's a pretty cool reason not to be here.
Well, I just hope. Hang on, I've got to sit down again now. So my seat's I stood up, nearly fell off my seat. Oh dear. Are you having a good show?
Yeah.
We're having a good show, but it ain't the same without you.
It said
Exceptional videos. I'll tell you, the choice of videos you put on are great.
it does say something, Steve. We haven't talked about food.
You didn't talk about food. You talk about food. I was going to go do it. I thought I was in the cinema. I was going to get a hot dog, but
Junior man.
just be it.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
well, I'll let you carry on. Sally's here as well. Say hello to
Hi,
Sally.
Sally.
Sally, I only wanted to go to work, so Sally wanted to come see Mike and the Mechanics. That's fair enough, isn't it?
All
Like
right.
one girl saying it's like a normal backdrop's gone this week, but anyway, well, enjoy the show and what's left of it. You've got another 15 minutes. So
Yep.
all employees are thankful joining.
Yeah, thanks for
See you
joining
next
us. Steve.
week.
You enjoy your show,
I
Steve.
thought I'd just come and say a quick hello and enjoy. All
All right,
right,
amigo.
see you later.
Cheers, Steve.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye
See you next week, yes. In España.
Hey.
España. Muy bien.
España. I'm counting the days now, not many more days now. So
Right.
Sally's got the dog lobby in Spain. Happy days. See you next week. Bye guys.
Bye.
Ah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was
I just
nice of
shared a link in the chat. It's a link to Nathan Mallory's
Oh, you know
charity thing?
I forgot about that. Well, Jackie, can you talk about that a little bit? What?
Yeah, he's the guy we had on the show in December. You probably all remember Nathan. He went off to Bali and shot some amazing FPV stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just recently still over there, and he got seriously ill suddenly, ended up in hospital. But in Bali, they don't treat you unless you pay up front for your surgery. So I think his friends and family had to rally round quite a large sum of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, to get this operation he needed. And if he hadn't have had it, he'd have died.
Oh my God.
I won't tell you too much because there's a link. You click on it and watch the story, and then he's set this up to like repay the people who've spent the money helping him.
Yeah.
Have the operation. So you can, people can share his link or donate. It'll all help him a bit, and he is now home back in America and recovering, but he's still a few months away from full health. But he got quite ill.
Well, he's very talented, and we, of course,
we hope he's back flying his drone soon.
Wish him the best.
Yeah.
Hey, so I want to change the subject just a little bit because I can't remember who brought it up when we were talking to Steve, but talking about food. We got Captain Joe here, and he's in Louisiana. And Louisiana is known for some pretty amazing food. What I think of, Joe, is crawfish, right?
Crawfish.
Yeah, crawfish.
Shrimp.
And shrimp, of course, right? And
fried oysters.
Beignets is the other thing I'm thinking of.
That's candy.
Yeah, okay.
Beignets are like candy.
What was that thing you held up?
Get to like Lafayette and eat like some real Cajun boudin, which is a sausage that's got rice in it. And every time my brother passes through, he calls me and says, "How many?"
Baba Gump shrimp.
Everybody knows Baba Gump shrimp, from the movie. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. Hey, Joe, Jackie wanted to see those Junior Mints again. That is good stuff, Jack.
Never heard of them.
Oh, yeah. You need to go on the Amazon España.
Yeah, and try some
and see if they have some. Yeah, that's good
Viva España.
Let me see. I'm going to do one more quick video here. This one is called "Catch That Train," Joe.
Okay. Yeah, that was
have to rewind that and watch again and count the carriages.
Yeah, loads.
Yeah, that was
American
epic music
Pie.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an epic.
It got it got out in front of me when I took off because I was waiting for it, and I heard it. I knew it was coming, so I had to do like an angle to cut it off. And when I got to the front, you can't physically fly over a train in the United States because it's infrastructure, but you can fly over the tracks and you can fly alongside them. So I had to beat it to the front, and I made that little loop right around the front, and that was at 5,794 feet.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, Joe, we've got a little tradition on this show, and I'm just gonna start it right now.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
I can't get out of this one, Joe. I tell you, it started 3 years ago, and
Get on with it.
I know. An Irishman and an Englishman walk into a bakery. An Englishman steals 3 buns, puts them in his pocket, and leaves. Says the Irishman, "That took great skill and guile to steal those buns. The owner didn't even see me." The Irishman replied, "That's just simple thievery," he says. "I'll show you how to do it the honest way and get the same results." The Irishman then proceeded to call out the owner of the bakery and says, "Sir, I want to show you a magic trick." The owner was intrigued, so he came over to see the magic trick. The Irishman asked him for a bun, and then he proceeded to eat it. He asked 2 more times, and after eating them all, again the owner says, "Okay, my friend, where's the magic trick?" The Irishman looked him in the face, stared him in the eye, and said, "Look in the Englishman's pockets."
Love it.
You got it.
That's a good one.
Have we got any laughs in the? Yeah. Well, Barkley.
Oh, we have to check that one out. Yeah, it's a tame one this week, Caroline.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I liked it too. I thought-
Me.
That was a good one.
Oh, hold it. I missed something. Sorry.
Terry's Joke of the Week.
I'm sorry I missed that outro. Dang it.
Yeah, was that Steve watching there? He's come up. We want the joke.
Yeah. I messed up with the joke outro.
No, you didn't. It's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. We got. I think we've got enough time for one more of Joe's videos. This one's Venetian Isles. Joe, what can you tell us about that one?
That's right next to where I shot the train video, and that's an old community that's nothing but on the water. Either side of the road, you've got a waterfront lot.
Sounds good.
Very good. Here we go. Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
Loved it.
That little
lovely
area
house
of
there.
water right there. The Chef Pass it has Lake Pontchartrain on one side, Lake Borgne on another side, and Lake Borgne goes into the Gulf of Mexico. That area right there is about 90 feet of water.
Wow.
Wow.
So there were a lot of questions in the chat about flooding, Joe. I mean, do they
Yes.
have a flooding issue there?
Well, my nephew lives in a house there, and every hurricane season, they're lifted up a little bit. Their bottom floor usually gets water.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. So it's just one thing. If you're going to live there, you need to understand that there's going to be occasional flooding.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually right outside the flood protection area of New Orleans. And when something's coming in, they actually tell everybody to evacuate that and they close it off.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
But it was originally a fishing community.
Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense too, I suppose. Yeah. Getting out into the Gulf. Well, it is the top of the hour right now. Joe, is there you got any final words for us? Anything? I put the link to your channel in the chat, so everybody please sub up USA Drone Flyer. What you got? Anything else you need to tell us, Joe?
I just want to tell y'all I really appreciate y'all inviting me for this. Like I said, I'm only in this community like 10 months and I feel like I know everybody.
Oh,
We
good.
appreciate you being here, Joe.
Yeah. Thanks
Yes,
for coming on.
indeed.
Absolutely can't thank you enough. And really, your videos, it's you have the artist's eye, and it's very apparent in your videos. They're all
Thank you.
You'll have
great
to come
stuff.
back so we can show some more.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. Exactly. We'll have you back again.
Just go on my channel and look at them. Look at the one, it says birds.
Birds. Oh, yeah, I saw the thumb for that with the black birds along the top.
Yeah, go see that one. I stayed up with the Air 2S and I counted about 100 birds.
Wow.
And I said, I need this shot. I just stayed there.
Wow. Wow. Well, we'll have to. We'll definitely go check that out. Before we sign off here, I'm going to go around the room real quick to see what everybody's got coming up this week. Jackie, what are you doing? You going to do any flying?
I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. No idea. Till I look at the calendar.
No.
What the heck?
I don't have a plan.
Well, Kev already kind of gave us a heads up. You said you're going to go flying tomorrow if you can. Huh?
Absolutely. And I think Joe's given me some inspiration to do some train shots. I might go and do a few train shots tomorrow. I won't get anywhere near your standard, Joe, but I can have a go.
Yeah, because it's a bank holiday tomorrow, isn't it?
It is. That's the only day I've got off this week. Yeah.
Oh, good. Mr. Hawes, how about you? What do you got coming up this week?
Not a lot really, because I'm waiting now to get things ready to go on my camping trip next week or week after next. I've got a hospital visit on Monday, the final visit hopefully yes, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Good.
And then that's it really. I was going to give Jackie a ring to see if she fancies going flying sometime.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can.
Let's do that.
I was thinking of Matheron Mines.
We can do that.
Oh.
We're doing that soon as well.
Are we?
Yeah.
You're going to do that when I come to Spain. That's something I've got to see the Mazaron
Got to be done.
Definitely. Definite.
Yeah.
Quit messing about and get that bird in the air.
Let's quit messing around. Let's get that bird in the air.
I agree with you there, Jim.
So, yeah, as for me, I've got, obviously, I have a new drone arriving tomorrow via UPS.
Way.
little nervous, just like Joe was. I recently got the little Femi Mini version 2. I've done one video with it. It's an interesting little drone, and I need to do a follow-up because it has a ton of features on it. And it's a $300 drone. For the money, I'm telling you, it's a pretty good little piece. So so looking forward to doing another, getting another video going with that. And then I'm going to be messing about with that Avada. So we 22 people left still in the chat. Thank you everybody for hanging in with us till the end of the show. Thank you to my fellow drone seekers for putting up with me. Kind of,
yeah, it was brilliant.
Oh, thanks for picking the reins.
Yeah, and and Captain Joe, thank you so much for coming on. We really enjoyed talking to you, and enjoyed your videos. So with that, I know I've got. Yeah, here we go.
See you next time.